Hi, third graders. Welcome to our last formal week of Reading Workshop. You have done amazing things with all of our reading for the remainder of the year that we had with online learning. So great job. We've been exploring so many different genres. And today we're going to wrap it up with fantasy and magic and fairy tales. And so that's what we're going to focus on this week for our online learning when it comes to reading. So again, we're going to use the Epic Book site, which I'm sure many of you now know how to log on. If not, you can find that in the learning plans. But if you want to go ahead and you're going to click at the top and you're going to type in fantasy, you could do fantasy and magic like what I have here up at the spot. And when you get to that, there are so many different books that, of course, you can choose from to explore. And just to remind you, fantasy is something that is usually make-believe. It's things that they'll share in the story that are impossible, things that wouldn't really happen in real life. And so it's just kind of a fun unit, a fun genre that we get to study and explore. And you'll see some of these books. I know that in some of our classrooms, we have the little legends that will show up for fantasy and magic. Also, I'm not sure if some of you are familiar with the unicorn crossings. Those are in here. Lots of different fun books. So you can type in fantasy and magic, like I mentioned, or you could also explore fairy tale. And when you type that in, you're going to see some that you probably even grew up with. So let's take a look here. You'll notice that they have like Cinderella, which is here. They have The Ugly Duckling, which some of you have heard about. Lots of different fairy tale books. And one of my favorites, The Wizard of Oz, is here, Goldilocks and Three Bears. So these are just going to be some fun. A lot of these are just picture books, so enjoy that. Look through the fun pictures that they have and explore these different genres. So that's what we're going to focus on this week. In the learning plans, there'll be a few links that you can click on. But for the majority, I want you to just explore fantasy and magic, and fairy tale, and check out that different genre. I hope you have a wonderful week reading. Keep up the great work. Try to squeeze in at least 20 to 30 minutes of independent reading, and I wish you well. Happy reading.